regards to, both sides making some plays. I think some of our young kids made some plays, which was nice to see. And, again, in camp, the back and forth, you want to see one side doing things, you want the other side. But for the most part, I think both sides did some really good things, really. We got a ton to clean up, and anxious to watch this tape and go through it with these guys. But for the first kind of big scrimmage of the camp, I was pleased.
Do you have a better picture of where you guys are now, seeing this much 11 on 11?
I got to watch the tape for sure, but just kind of watching it out there, there's some things that stand out to me that, we've improved on, some things that we definitely need to improve on. And it's not totally easy to tell when you look at one group's up there mixing and matching, we haven't solidified our top 11 on either side. So there's still a lot to learn.
How much does a film like this help you then go back then and really see what you need to work on?
Yeah, a ton. Especially if we put them in some situations, put them backed up in the red zone, 2-minute drill. So that part is good to watch.
Coach, you talked about young players. Irish and Jefferson both seemed like they made some contributions on offense today.
Yeah, they flashed. Josiah's been doing it the last few days, catching some deep balls. And, he's not just a deep threat. Like, he caught some underneath balls, and that was good. And Jamar can run the ball. I think he's a natural running back. He's got some patience back there and physicality. And really, K-State had some good carries, too. So, those guys are coming.
How would you evaluate the quarterback play today?
I think each of them did some good things for sure. Consistency of play is something we got to work on. I think each of them had a play or two that like back, but I thought all three of them did some good things. And shoot, Aiden had a great play at the end there. It was nice to see.
It seems like your running game is really coming along. A lot of productivity out of several backs.
Yeah, I think they're falling forward. It's not just all the we had a couple big runs, but some of those short 2-3 yard gains that maybe they're hitting the backfield and they can fall forward on. So I think there's progress there.
Defensive line has had some question marks, just with Jeremy out now. They looked okay today. What did you see from the D-line?
I think they're playing with good effort. I really do. I think they're running the ball, trying to make it physical. Yeah, Jeremy's a loss, but he'll get back here soon, and we're next guy's going to step up. So I really, if we talk about anybody improving from the spring to the fall camp, I do think that group is improving.
Coach Davisar was saying the other day he really wants to focus on the pass rush, specifically with the linebackers. I think the first play, Hamilcar, he got right to him.
Yeah.
So talk about that group.
They got some athleticism on the edge. Ham can rush the passer, Key can rush the passer, and Anjay can rush the passer off the edge. So those guys have been working on it. It has been an emphasis, and it was nice to see it play out.
Timmy Hernandez just seems to be so consistent and productive when you need him.
Yeah, he's instinctive, he's sharp. He knows a bunch of different positions playing receiver. He's been really consistent.
You talked about both sides of the ball making plays today. How important is it to see that they both sides of the ball can make plays and it's not
huge.
one-sided?
Yeah, obviously it's huge, man. And for us to have our best chance, we got to have both sides operating and really both sides picking each other up, because it's not going to always go perfect, right? And so we got to be able to respond with the other side of the ball. And hopefully, we got to win some games, and low-scoring games and some high-scoring games.
What about special teams? How do you feel that's coming
it's always
along?
tough to kind of tell. We're trying to recreate it a little bit. I do think the buy-in across the board on the team has been good in regards to guys wanting to be on teams, whether a starter on offense or defense. That part has been good. And we kind of continue to work on that stuff.
Thanks, Coach.